Do you know what is the difference between breathing and cellular respiration? Both breathing and respiration are connected. Breathing is a physical process in which the organism takes in air rich in oxygen and release air rich in carbon dioxide. Whereas respiration is a physiological process in which the organic substances like glucose are broken down to release energy. We know that animals breathe, but do plants and lower organisms breathe? Let's find out. Plants and cyanobacteria are the only organism that trap light energy and convert them into chemical energy. This process is known as photosynthesis. The energy is then stored in the form of glucose, sucrose, or starch in various parts of the plants. It is to be noted that not all cells in the plants undergo photosynthesis. Cells that contain chlorophyll only undergo photosynthesis. These cells are usually located at the periphery of the plant parts. So, how will the non-photosynthetic cells get their energy? They get the energy by the oxidation of food that is prepared by the photosynthetic cells. And we know that the oxidation of food to release energy is known as respiration. During respiration, the carbon-carbon bonds between the complex compounds break by the process of oxidation inside the cell. The complex compounds that are oxidized are known as respiratory substrates. Do you know the most common respiratory substrate? Yes, it's carbohydrates that get oxidized to release energy. But fats, proteins, and other organic acids can also be used as respiratory substrate in special conditions. Now, when is the energy released during respiration? By the end of the whole process or step by step during the process? Energy is released in a series of slow step-by-step reactions controlled by many enzymes. The released energy is trapped in the form of ATPs. ATP get converted into ADP as per the body's requirement of energy. Therefore, ATP is considered as the currency of the cell. Let's now come back to the very first question. Do plants breathe? Plants do not have special organs like animals for breathing. But plants require oxygen for the process of respiration and in turn gives out carbon dioxide. Different parts of the plants have different structures to trap the oxygen from the atmosphere. It means that the transport of gases in plants is very less as each part of the plant fulfill their own gaseous requirements. The rate of respiration is very slow in plants compared to animals. Hence, the demand of gases exchange is also less. But during photosynthesis, large volumes of gases exchange takes place from the stomata to the photosynthetic cells. These cells produce oxygen which can be utilized for respiration. As said earlier, the transport of gases in plants for respiration is less. This can also be because most of the cells are exposed to the surface, as in case of leaves. In case of stem, the cells in the periphery are living and takes up oxygen easily through lenticels. The cells in the inner side of the stems are mostly dead and do not require oxygen. The parenchymatous cells are also loosely packed, which facilitates the passage of air in leaves, stems and roots. Apart from the formation of carbon dioxide and water during respiration, energy is also released. Some amount of energy is given out as heat, and most of the energy gets stored in the form of ATPs. Hence, the reactant of respiration are carbohydrate and oxygen, and the products are carbon dioxide, water and energy. Now let's find out the steps involved in the process of respiration and the number of ATP released or utilized in each step in our next session. Let's now summarize what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.